Hello, Anton the Wailing Banshee here. Still having a little bit of problems with light. Anyway, today we have the Cryptocurium box. Doesn't really have much on the front other than my address, so I'm not going to show it. Anyway, this is a monthly subscription box where you get all handmade items, so it's really impossible to do sort of a value price of it. The cost is $35 a month. I can't remember if that includes shipping. I'm sure I'll put a subtitle down. Anyway, this month's box, the theme of it was Creepshow, so I thought I should rewatch that movie so that I'd be basically knowledgeable on it, because it's been a few years since I've seen it. So I'll do just a micro review of that, more of just an overview, really. Creepshow is a movie that was made in 1982 with George Romero of Night of the Living Dead fame directing, and Stephen King of all those Stephen King books writing the screenplay as well as acting in one of the segments. Creepshow is a horror anthology that is split into 5 stories and sort of bookended on the ends by a little mini story about a father who doesn't want his son reading horror comics. So this is sort of like it's like a little ode to the horror comics, which were big in the 1950s and sort of faded out with the comic book code coming in and really putting the pressure on comics like this. They didn't like the content in it, and they kind of disappeared for a while. So, and since Tales of the Crypt is one of those comics, you kind of get a Tales of the Crypt kind of vibe going throughout these stories. They have the horror element where they take in spooky aspects. You get creatures, you get things rising from the dead, you get all this, but it never really takes itself too seriously. The first story is about a woman who had killed her father a few years prior, and her and the whole family sort of come up to this house on Father's Day, which is the anniversary of this death, sort of to celebrate, I guess. They all made a lot of money by this guy's death, so that's why they're up there. The second story is about a man who finds a meteorite. This character is played by Stephen King, so this is his section. And he sort of turns into a plant man. Sorry about the spoiler, but this really is the type of movie that doesn't have spoilers. It's not what they do, it's more how they do it. So, the third segment is about a young guy played by Ted Danson who's going to run off with somebody else's wife or ex-wife, I'm not sure. Either way, this guy comes, threatens him, takes him down to the beach and bears him up to the neck and lets the tide come in. So you have the older gentleman who is the husband, you have played by Leslie Nielsen in one of the more dramatic roles that he did, as he did some sporadic dramatic roles after the release of Airplane, and before that he was sort of a serious actor, and that he didn't do comedic roles. So it's kind of fun to see him do that kind of character. The fourth movie, you have a mysterious crate from the 1800s being discovered, and you've got an annoying wife who keeps nagging this husband. So put nagging wife, annoyed husband, and creature together, and you have a story. And the fifth and final main story is about a sort of a businessman who really doesn't care about other people. He's really interested in, doing things his way. He has a very high opinion of himself, and he seems to be somewhat of a germaphobe, and he seems to be pestered by roaches. So those are the main aspects of the movie Creepshow. Sort of little aspect. It's a fun little horror movie if you like anthologies and 80s movies. Give it a check. Give it a look. Yeah, so it's time to get into the box. All right, I'm back. Let's open up this box. One thing I should mention before I open the box is that with Cryptocurium, you usually have a pretty good idea of what's in the box. You're shown, if you go to the website, they will show you the items that are going to be in the box, and sometimes you have one or two mystery items. So if you're not into the whole surprise thing and you kind of want to judge it more month to month, you can see the items. Secondary side note, I did let a cat in the room because if I didn't, he was going to make far more noise on the outside. So, got my trusty knife, and let's open this thing up, see what we got. Because I have already kind of forgotten the items. Plus, there were, I think, 2 mystery items this month. Oh! And it's sticking. So, it's... Yep, it's... Okay, I got it. Great, I got the other cat at the door. He's not getting in because he's really destructive. So I've got a little sheet that talks about the items that I'll get to later. It's in a nice packaging. So the first item that I pulled out, it's just a little roach gummy. An ode to the, I don't think this is edible. Well, it says nutritional or ingredients on it, so I'm going to guess it's edible. Sort of a nod to that final episode. Oh, with the roaches. So let's see how it is. Can only do one take, because there's only one roach. It's chewy. Definitely tastes like most of the gummy candy that you'd be able to find. I think I might be tasting a hint of banana. I'm not sure. Let's see what else is in there. Got a little card. I think it might be a sticker. Whoops. And these are the sort of reanimated bodies of the couple that got drowned by the tide, coming back for their vengeance. No bad deed goes unpunished in this movie. Next we have a little card that I'll just put up just because this is the first time I've done this block, and it has sort of a little example of the types of things that he makes, and it's got the email address, or it's got the address for it on there, which I'll probably put down in the link. Or a link down below, I should say. Third item, coming in a black bag. Oh. Oops. And we have the sort of mascot, I guess, of Creepshow. I'll get this to line up. Hi, buddy. You've only got one eye. You've only got one eye, too. Let's be friends. Oh. We got that, and that comes as a pin, so I can put that on something. The next item, the a really big item. Whoops. And this is of the creature from that is sort of unearthed in the crate and helps to take care of an annoying wife for somebody. But is it his end? Nobody knows. So we got this. Sort of got a little drawing of the businessman and his roaches. We have the plant man, the Stephen King character, holding the meteorite. It looks like he was able to glue it back together like he was going to try and do. Then we've got another little piece of artwork that is of the father from the first one who got killed. He was very fond of chanting, "I want cake," because it was Father's Day. So after several years of being dead, he decided to make himself a cake. And this is an artist rendition of that. See if there's anything else in the box. Those do appear to be all the items. So I will take a quick look at the card. So I will read this. We have the Crate Monster wall plaque, which is this, which is really nice. And I don't know how you can tell about the fade from the blue to the red. It does look pretty good. And it's got something to hang on the wall. And I might just hang that on the wall in here because I've got some random hooks or screws that I don't have anything to put on. The Hold Your Breath sticker. Which is this, of the two who were killed in the tide. Leslie Nielsen kept telling Ted Danson's character that he might be able to survive if he could hold his breath, and had a little bit of luck. We have the Creep pen. Oops. It says that it is the host of the Creepshow comic book. So that would explain why it matches the cover of the DVD. Though we kind of knew that. The Lunkhead print. And the Upson Pratt. Whoops, that's not the Upson Pratt one. This is the Upson Pratt one. The Upson Pratt print. Oh, I missed it because it was written underneath it. Here's the Father's Day print. See, it was in theme. June was Father's Day, and this is the June box. So on this sheet of paper, it does have listings of the people who did some of the prints. There's see more of the works of the person who did the Lunkhead print and of the Father's Day print. And then the rest of the items are created by Jason McKittrick, I think. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Anyway, so he's the one who does the overall. So like I said, this is $35 a month, and you kind of have to decide for yourself whether or not you think it's worth it. Oh yeah, last final item, Gummy Roach. Nice little addition in there, just for fun. So like I was saying, you have to decide for yourself whether or not you think it's worth the value. It's probably something that I'll keep around just because I kind of like the items that are in here. Most of the time it isn't on a theme like Creepshow. It's more general. And I think he's doing a sort of like cryptozoologist, cryptozoology type creatures for Perplexed right now. I think he's doing a theme of that. So I don't remember what next month's is, but we'll definitely check it out then. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it went on a bit long. Maybe I'll find a way to edit out some of this, but that was Cryptocurium for the month of June, as it arrived today on July the 5th. Does take a little while to get here, but it does get here, so that's a good thing. So until next time, hope you enjoyed. Bye.